Another really cool thing that Arbonne did, aside from GTC, the Global Training Conference, in the fall, so GTC is like kind of in the spring, and then in the fall, they would do like a tour, for lack of a better term, of the major cities where like top earners would many training sessions essentially. But something that they did during my time in the company specifically for communities of color was this program called Colors of Arbonne, Colores or Colores de Arbonne. Anyway, um, they did one thing specifically for Black people, one thing specifically for Latinos. I don't know that they actually did anything for Asians. I want to say Asians were probably the smallest demographic in Arbonne, but most of these trainings were done at the Arbonne headquarters in Irvine, California, which is a swanky suburb of Orange County. Did I use that term correctly? I don't think it's technically a suburb of LA, Southern California. But anyway, so I went to at least two of those, and I went with my mom. My mom actually made the trip down from the Bay Area. So that was really cool getting to do that. And just being a part of this with my mom was also really cool as well. There's a certain element of anybody that is a part of another culture, especially if you speak a different language, that sharing information and holding space within your community is a very special thing that cannot be duplicated or replicated. So the fact that these trainings were done in Spanish, everybody was Latino, Arbonne set you up for success. And my research has shown that any solid, legitimate network marketing company will do that. That's part of the definition. So learn the difference between pyramid schemes and direct sales companies that are actually part of the direct sellers association. There's a whole organization and board that governs this industry because it is a beautiful industry where people can create wealth that in an untraditional manner. Like I've said, for example, people who are undocumented, felons who have records, like people, stay-at-home moms. That's why network marketing is largely dominated by women. But one of the coolest plugs of Colors of Arbonne was meeting somebody who worked at the C-level. And I just remember when I met this person, I could immediately sense that she had a good head on her shoulders. And we learned a lot about the company that we wouldn't have necessarily learned just being a rep on our own, right? And having that insight and feeling like we had that person kind of like on the in vouching for us, the Latino community was also really awesome. So that's what I'll say about Colors of Arbonne and the different diversity training before I continue the story, before I get to more of, like I said, the juicier parts, because there is a part of this that was very beautiful, that was really awesome, that was really cool. Again, we'll talk about where things fell off, but as I've previously stated, Arbonne has a good product. They have an amazing ingredient policy. They have health and beauty and consumable products that you cannot find easily, if at all, out on the marketplace. So all of the money that these big brands spend in billboards, advertising, etc., network marketing companies are able to funnel that money back into research and development, resulting in a higher quality product. So it actually makes a lot of sense. And for the person who's able to see have the vision and put in the work, network marketing is actually a pretty cool thing.